Genesis 50. I know. I can't believe we're here either. Let's kill Joseph. Joseph threw himself on his father and wept over him and kissed him. Then Joseph directed the physicians in his service to embalm his father Israel. So the physicians embalmed him, taking a full 40 days, for that was the time required for embalming. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. And on day 71, they stopped mourning him? They just got over it? Do you know how long it takes today to embalm a body? An hour, maybe 2. These guys took 40 days. Joseph did not hire the best people. When the days of mourning had passed, Joseph said to Pharaoh's court, "If I have found favor in your eyes, speak to Pharaoh for me. Tell him, my father made me swear an oath and said, I am about to die. Bury me in the tomb I dug for myself in the land of Canaan. Now let me go up and bury my father. Then I will return." Dude, just do a fake cough and call in sick like the rest of us. None of this, "If you truly care for me, send this message to our boss. I'm taking a personal day." Actually, he's being a little sly here because Pharaoh only let him out of prison and made him this powerful guy, his right-hand man, because he promised to stay in Egypt. So there might be some concern that if he goes back home, he'll never come back. Pharaoh said, "Go up and bury your father, as he made you swear to do." Well, that was easy. So Joseph went up to bury his father. All Pharaoh's officials accompanied him, the dignitaries of his court, and all the dignitaries of Egypt, besides all the members of Joseph's household and his brothers and those belonging to his father's household. Only their children and their flocks and herds were left in Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him. It was a very large company. Oh, the whole company came out for the funeral. Very sweet. Or not. I mean, it's possible Pharaoh just sent all those officials just to make sure Joseph came back. He's valuable property. You can't let him get away. Plus, Joseph's brothers are there too, and they technically work for Pharaoh as sharecroppers, taking care of his cattle and stuff. So Pharaoh may have agents watching them for his own self-interests. Same reason the kids had to be left behind. When they reached the threshing floor of Atad, near the Jordan, they lamented loudly and bitterly, and there Joseph observed a 7-day period of mourning for his father. When the Canaanites who lived there saw the mourning at the threshing floor of Atad, they said, "The Egyptians are holding a solemn ceremony of mourning." That is why that place near the Jordan is called Abel Mizraim. 40 days of embalming him, 70 days of mourning, a long trip to Canaan, and then another 7 days of mourning. This is the longest death scene in all of fiction. So Jacob's sons did as he had commanded them. They carried him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave in the field of Machpelah, near Mamre, which Abraham had bought along with the field as a burial place from Ephron the Hittite. After burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt, together with his brothers and all the others who had gone with him to bury his father. It's over. It's finally over. Jacob is gone. Esau has finally emerged victorious. You know, in the book of Acts, it says Jacob was buried at Shechem, which is about 50 miles away from Machpelah. You would think they would get these details right by Genesis 50, considering all the practice they've had. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, "What if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrongs we did to him?" So they sent word to Joseph, saying, "Your father left these instructions before he died. This is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father." When their message came to him, Joseph wept. Did they just make up a thing their dead father supposedly said in order to prevent Joseph from getting revenge? Because that's kind of brilliant. Dad said you should be nice to us and give us money every week, and he's gone now, so just trust us. You have to. It's not like we heard Jacob saying that, so for all we know, they totally made it up. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. "We are your slaves," they said. "What are you doing? You just avoided his wrath. Go live your lives." Instead, they bow down to him like Joseph predicted when they were boys. Their lives have come full Technicolor circle. But Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then, don't be afraid. I will provide for you and your children." And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. He emancipated them and promised to care for their families. I thought he was a wealthy capitalist, and it turns out he's a democratic socialist. Joseph gets my primary vote. Joseph stayed in Egypt, along with all his father's family. He lived 110 years and saw the third generation of Ephraim's children. Also, the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were placed at birth on Joseph's knees. Aw, Grandpa Joey is playing with babies. That's adorable. In a book that's full of genocide and rape and insanity, we get this cute moment, like a little reward for anyone who's made it all through to the end. Unless Joseph decides those babies are his property now, like Jacob took Joseph's kids. Apparently that's a thing you can do. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am about to die, but God will surely come to your aid and take you up out of this land to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." And Joseph made the Israelites swear an oath and said, "God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this place." I hope the babies are not still on his lap when he makes his death announcement. Also, don't tell people what to do when you're dead. Who cares? You're gone. Unless this is some legal issue and you have a lawyer by your side, your demands can be ignored. Listen to what he says though. God will help you leave this place and take you to the promised land. But what they don't know is that the journey will take 40 years and a bunch of their people will die. So Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. Weird how he never made a big long speech to his children, transferring some of his blessings to them. That's it. We did it. We started this book with the creation of life. We ended it with lots of death. I want to congratulate you though. If you've been with me since Genesis 1, you've done what most Christians will never do. You read the Bible. You analyzed the Bible. And now you realize why this is not a book anyone should take seriously.